Hello everyone, you're welcome to another episode of Excel tips. In this video I'm going to teach you how you can use index match. So as you can see, I have this data here and then I have these ones too here. So what I want to do is that whenever I change this selection to another name, the marks of this specific person or student shows here. That is, if I select Francis, his marks for maths is supposed to show here, his marks for English is supposed to show here, and also his marks for science and ICT is supposed to show here and here respectively. So before I begin with that, there is one thing I would want to start with. So first of all, we are going to use the index. With the index, first we type our equal to sign and then we type index. So with the index, the first argument or the parameter is the array. Which array do you want to use? We want to use this array. So we will select this block of cells. After selecting, we will lock it and then comma. The next argument is row number and then column number. So we want to show Francis's results for maths. So on which row and column can we find Francis's results for maths? So here, when we go to this data or table, we can see that Francis is on this row. And then on which column can we find Francis's marks for mathematics? So here we know that it's on row 8 and then on column 3. So as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then on the column, we have 1, 2, 3. So we will say 8, 3. Then we press on enter. So now let's go and check. This is Francis and this is his marks for mathematics, 51. So as you can see, we have 51 here. So if we want to do this again for Francis's marks for English, we would have to go through that process again in order for us to be able to do that. So in order to run away or prevent ourselves from redoing this process, there is a way we can do this by using the index and then the match. So with the match, it will help us get the row and the column. So let me show you a simple example here. I want us to know the row and the column for the marks of Francis's mathematics. So now I'll type equal to and then I'll say match. So the lookup value will be Francis and then column. On which lookup array do I want to look from? So I'll select this and then I'll lock it. I'll say exact match. Then I'll close the parenthesis. Now as you can see, I have the row to be 8. Now let me find for the column. So I'll say match again and then the lookup value is also going to be 51 and then I'll bring my comma and then the lookup array is going to be this and I'll lock it and then the exact match. So the next thing I'm going to do is to find for the column number of Francis's mathematics. So here I'll bring my equal to, then say match. I'll select mathematics as the lookup value and then it says lookup array, so I'll select this as the lookup array. I'll lock it and then I'll say 0, close the parenthesis. So it says Francis's mathematics is on column 3. So as you can see, this is column 3 and then row 8. So if this is column 3 and then row 8, now Francis's mathematics is on this row. So by using the match function in the index function, we will be able to dynamically find for the row and column of each of these subjects here in according to the specific students that we will choose. Let me clear all this and then we'll try it again. For us to be able to do that, first of all, we'll type equal to and then we will say index. So which array do we want to use for the indexing? We'll select this block of cells. Then I'll lock it by pressing F4, comma. So with another one, I'll say match. That is, we are going to use the match function. And then within the match function, there is a lookup value. Which lookup value are we going to use? We'll be using this lookup value. That is the name of the student. And then comma. But first of all, I'll have to lock it before. And then the lookup array I want to use, because it is the name of the student, I'll select this as the lookup array. Now let me log this and then comma. So I would want to use the exact match. Then I'll close my parenthesis. Then I'll bring another comma and type match again. And then within this, which lookup value do we want to use? We are going to use the subjects as the lookup value. So here we will select mathematics and then comma. And another thing that we are supposed to do is to select the lookup array. So since mathematics is on this range of cells, I'll select this as the lookup array. I'll lock it. So after locking it, I'll bring my comma and then use the exact match. I'll close the brackets and then bring another parenthesis just to close the index function. I'll press on the enter key. Now as you can see, we have Francis's mathematics to be 51. When we check Francis's mathematics, it is what? 51. Let me double click on this to fill the other cells. Now, as you can see, Francis has English to be 72. We have English to be 72 here. Francis has science to be 94. We have science to be 94. And then Francis has 59 for ICT, 59 for ICT. So here, if I change the name of the student, automatically the fields or the values here will change. So here we have changed the student to Asari. Let's go and check for Asari's marks. So maths, Asari got 41. So here you can see 41. English, Asari got 69. Here you can see 69 here. And then science, he got 90. You can see 90 here. And then ICT, he got 84. So this is how you can use the index match to do a lookup in your Excel sheet. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. If you are watching me on TikTok and then on Facebook, please don't forget to follow me and then share this video for others to also see.